For the past decade, we at TBS have actively focused on cultivating women and minority business partners, diligently supported industry organizations aimed at diversity, and pride ourselves as bridge builders between our internal clients and the hundreds and hundreds of experienced, top-notch minority and women vendors who are doing business here in the United States.
10 years ago, it was a very exciting time and a very challenging time for us. Supplier diversity was new to our company, and it was challenging really getting people to get their arms around this whole new concept. During that time, I didn't have a budget, I didn't have any resources, but I was determined to get things done. And fortunately, we had some excellent and exciting advocates who were on board and who really worked very hard to help us get this program started.
The landscape of supplier diversity is ever changing. We must be prepared to change with it. Even seasoned, diverse suppliers must continue to venture out and discover new paths and approaches.
We want people to understand that this is a real business, and we are focused on providing a real marketing solution to your marketing objective. Sometimes there's a thought process that as a minority-owned business, we eat from the children's table versus from the grown-ups table. The reality is we need the same opportunities, the same level playing field, and the same opportunities as our larger counterpart.
Well, printing is historically a male world. When I first moved here from New York 22 years ago and attended a printing association dinner with my husband, we kind of looked around the room and said, this is not going to work. You're the only woman here. And several years later, I got on the board of directors for the Printing Association of Georgia, and I helped found a Women in Printing Opportunity Group. And now there is a woman president of the Printing Association of Georgia. So I think that great strides have been made over the last years in that.
Our contract with Turner grew as the Techwood campus grew. When we first started, there were only 2 buildings over there, and now we have a full campus. So it's helped our people. We have a lot of people who started out as cleaners, supervisors, and progressed to managers, project managers, site managers, even vice presidents. And we have been able to use our relationship with Turner to make sure that these people have been given a successful chance to improve on their craft.
I invite you to reflect for a moment on these key words. In this effort, we have striven to inspire individuals to reach out to many outlets and resources that we have made available.
Since the program's inception in 2001, Turner Broadcasting has been a loyal supporter of the program by not only providing financial support through its sponsorship, but also being a dedicated mentor and program advisor.
Those events were critical because it was a way for us to introduce the minority and women business community to the buyers within Turner Broadcasting. Those events helped us also to get our senior executives more engaged and involved, and to get them out to meet the minority business community. We have infused our employees and internal clients with our vision and our commitment to help leverage their capabilities to maximize opportunities and promote sustainability.
The work we do is simply the thing that brings us all together. The most important aspect of our work is the people and the relationships that we build. That's what makes us good contractors. It's what makes us good project managers. It's what makes for good contractors, good architects, good engineers, good technicians, is relationship. Relationship is the straw that stirs the drink as far as I'm concerned.
We have redefined inclusion to include all aspects of our business practices, such as how we treat the environment, our employees, our customers, and our business partners, and our communities.
One of the things that has made us successful is our partnerships with these corporations, and it has helped us grow to over $25 million in revenues, and it has ranked us number 12 in Atlanta in 2006, and we're very proud of that ranking. I think that one of the things that I'd like to say about Turner Properties in particular is that their project managers that we have worked with have been so key on helping us get through certain issues. And we all know with construction there can be a lot of issues, and communication is the key to a successful project.
You know what? I think that I could be the spokesperson of supplier diversity, for real. I really believe in it, and I really would say that today my business has flourished because of supplier diversity. You know, it's hard out there, but then again, this is not a sad story. Everybody goes through hard times, even huge corporations. But when you have a little window, when you have people that are willing to give opportunities that in other areas, you know, would have been hard, then it makes a lot of difference.
We believe that inclusive supplier base will foster innovation and talent to help us win in the marketplace. We also understand that a true culture of inclusion will create a more profitable organization. Because yes, a reward for good ethics and business practices is success. Bottom line, we are all in business to make money.
When I started my company back in 1998, most companies didn't have supplier diversity programs. Matter of fact, I think Turner only started this 5 years after I approached them. Since then, most corporations here in the Atlanta area have found that there's a value to having minority supplier programs within their organizations. And since then, I've been able to grow my business through supplier diversity dramatically since 1998. I think I've increased my business with corporations through supplier diversity by 40 to 50%.
The important aspect to remember is our responsibility to engage, enthuse, empower, and enlighten others along the way.
Supplier diversity is long overdue. I think it's a great initiative. I think it has to be understood for what it is. Women business owners, minority business owners have to understand that it's not an open door. It's more of an introduction. It's a way to get in to see people, but you have to compete. You have to know what the needs are. You have to offer solutions, and the playing field becomes level once you get the door open, get the introduction.
Biggest challenge being an MBE is obviously getting through the front door. To get an opportunity, present your wares. I've always said once I get in and perform services and get a chance to show what we can do, it becomes a different world. But getting to that first step, getting through the front door, being able to establish yourself is the hardest part.
Turner Supplier Diversity Program has been very beneficial to Pyramid. Turner is now one of the key clients for Pyramid in IT staffing. Through supplier diversity, we came to know the IT organization of Turner. They introduced us to Karen Painter, who's managing the Enterprise Applications Group, and she in turn introduced us to many managers in her group. We also work with CNN Interactive, and of late, our work at Turner is centralized.
Turner's doing such a great thing with being so proactive with supplier diversity, because there are a lot of businesses that are just starting out of their homes and they need an introduction into corporations, and it's hard to just knock on the door and make a cold call and maybe not get a response. But if you go through supplier diversity and they funnel you through, you have a warm introduction into your department or your focus, and that really can give you the introduction and the reputation, the qualifications, so that they may hire you.
Once you understand what the process is, I think the key is to continue to stay in contact and develop that relationship with that supplier diversity manager or director.
I feel very good about the diversity initiative, and now being affiliated with the company from a vendor perspective, I recognize the importance of diversity inside of Turner Broadcasting. We provide a lot of SAT trucks and crews to CNN, particularly during our first 3 years of the company, but are solidifying the Play On Sports contract as well as the new post-production contract that we've been chosen for, we think has had a lot to do with the Supplier Diversity Initiative and being a part of this program.
Here, 23 years in business, 20 years being here with Turner. You know, I've gone through growing pains where, maybe I haven't done things for a certain period of time, but I'm here. And I'm continually to be in the pursuit of excellence because I know I can deliver.
Fortune companies who actively embrace and continually demonstrate their commitment to inclusion will ultimately establish a sustainable competitive edge. So not only does it look good, but it is good. Good for business, good for the community, good for the soul.
I'm going to dream a little bit and say that it would be an awesome thing if the supplier diversity program totally went away, because that would prove that we're where we need to be. If we truly believe what Dr. King said, that we don't want to be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character, then we want that to be true of our business practices as well. We want to be able to select contractors on the character of their companies, not because they look a certain way or act a certain way.
As a supplier diversity professional, it's always important for us to connect with our employee base to help them understand the importance of supplier diversity, to help them understand the changing demographics, making the connection to our customer base, making sure that our customer base truly reflects our supplier base. Once people truly understand that, they get it. Once they get it, it's our responsibility to make sure that we bring the right suppliers in to connect with them.
On this 10th anniversary, we at TVS, like a young 10-year-old puffing up her cheeks and enthusiastically blowing out the candles, we still have so much more to do. We have much more to look forward to strive for, and to accomplish, but most importantly, much more to achieve.